Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ponds Forge and the British Swimming Summer Championships 2018.
A light is ready to shine throughout Glasgow and Scotland once again. Hopes and dreams sealed and shattered in a single breath. Be there when new European champions are crowned.
Our thanks go to sponsors and partners without whom this event would not be possible. Funding partner, UK Sport. Official partner, TIER. Official timekeeper, Swiss Timing. Official suppliers, Lumi. SOS Group. Endorsed product, Sports Systems. Host city, marketing Sheffield and Sheffield International venues.
Great to see a tweet from a young man called Walter Hackett who made it into a final last night, just 15 years of age, and he put best night of my life ever. Well, you've got plenty more of those to come. Keep trying, keep busting, and keep going for it, and you might just have a few more of those to come. So thank you very much to Walter. Great stuff.
So myself and Alan certainly ready here in the commentary position for the start of day two. But of course, we need some very important people on poolside in order for this morning's session to start. So ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming to poolside the referees and their team of technical officials. ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your referees, Tom Baster and Bill Brash. Your starters for this morning's session are Kevin Patterson and Jerry Metcalf. And your technical director, David Metcalf. Officials, you may be seated. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, the big clock at the scoreboard end of Ponds Forge, ever so close now to striking 9. The big question is, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for day 2? Goodness, that is honestly, in the 3 years I've been here at Ponds Forge, the worst I've ever heard.
Shall I try?
Go on, Alan.
Shall I try? Ladies and gentlemen of Ponds Forge, are you ready for day number 2? That's how you do it, young man.
I think we still can do better, but we'll try later on. Anyway, let's start with the morning session then, ladies and gents. It's the women's 100 metre backstroke, Heat 1.
Take your mark.
So, as Jonathan was saying, welcome to day number 2 here at the British Summer Championships 2018. Another day of action. Just some great finals last night. Some real close battles in all of the age groups. We're looking for some more entertaining racing. But that's what the finals give you. They give you the close races here in the heat. A lot of the time, it's just about going as quick as you can or sticking to the game plan that you and your coach have been long discussing before you got here to these British Summer Championships, and hopefully wiping seconds off your personal best. This is the first of the women's 100 backstroke. We've got Emma Erskine, Astrid Hanna, Amelia Robertson, Gemma Peters, Rachel Saunders, Ella Cooper, Neve Green, and Annabelle Wilkinson. That's our lineup this morning. It's doing best for the Millfield swimmer here in lane number 2. Millfield coaches filling up their iPads with footage to start with. And it's something good to watch back as well. 106.63. This is heat 2.
Take your mark.
Two of 11 that we have here in these women's 100 backstrokes. Miles to Sheffield, to Varley and Teddington. Jasmine Hammerlane of Millfield. Hannah McLeod, Dundee. Nora Tomasello, Manchester. Alan McCrory, go inside. Isabel Lilly of Waltham. Jessica Teal, City of Leicester. City of Leeds, should I say. Lucy Grave, South Ayrshire. And Alan McGee, City of Peterborough in lane number 9. Pretty tight this one, but Millfield looking for a back-to-back lane 2 success here. It might get it. Hammerlane going to be edged out towards the finish though. It's McLeod from McCrory, and Varley gets into third. So 1:07.01 is the time from McLeod. He takes victory in heat number 2.
And up next is heat 3.
Take your mark.
In lane 0 here from Dumfries is Ava Simpson. 1 from City of Bristol, Ella Riggle. And 2 from City of Peterborough, Eve Wright. And the Cruikshanks of Team Ipswich is in lane 3. 4 from Borough of Stockton, Erin Donnelly. Amelia Newell of Romford Town goes in lane 5. In 6 from City of Glasgow is Elisa McQueenie. Scarlett Major for City of Newport in 7. Lane 8, Bella Hodges from Mount Kelly. And in 9, Amy Brown of Bournemouth. Well, what a swim this is in lane 0 from Ava Simpson of Dumfries right now. And 25 metres to go. She's the girl to beat. There's a couple beginning to emerge though, particularly lane 8. And that's Bella Hodges of Mount Kelly. And there's a hint of a late surge in lane 2 from Eve Wright. That seems to have evaporated somewhat due to the pace of Simpson in 0 and also Hodges in 8. It is them two that touch in the front 2, but it's Hodges ahead of Simpson, not by a lot, just a quarter of a second. And in 3rd place was Eve Wright of City of Peterborough. Confirmation of those results on the scoreboard for you as we now go over to heat 4.
Take your mark.
There we go with heat number 4. Quite a mix of age groups as we get to the stage of the heats, of course. Total there are 11. Too far off the halfway point. 0 from Bishop Stortford is Mia Carter. Lane 1 from Preston, Elizabeth Woodcock. And the Whitcomb of Soundwell is in lane 2. Going in 3 from Team Bath is Alice Barton. 4 from City of Milton Keynes, Charlotte Wynne-Jones. Ellie Foster of Hastings in 5. Emma Sutton in 6 from RCT squad. Preston's Elizabeth Wafer in 7. Caitlin Ebbage of Tunbridge in 8. And Polly Painter from Millfield is in 9. Leading here then in lane 2, Heather Whitcomb of Soundwell, and just inside in lane 4 is Charlotte Wynne-Jones of City Milton Keynes as well. They are the 2 knocking on the door for the fastest time in this. Also in lane 8, Caitlin Ebbage finishing strong as well. And she will get second behind Heather Whitcomb of Soundwell. In 3rd spot, Charlotte Wynne-Jones of City of Milton Keynes. And the top 3 will be confirmed in ascending order very shortly on the scoreboard at the end of heat 4. Of course, it's not all about where you finish in the heat. So many different age groups, so many different age category finals coming up tonight as well. So it is all about the time, and they are the times in that order on the screen now. We're ready for heat 5. 5.
Take your mark.
There we go. 5 then. Zero. And Smell has made 1, so it's a 3-ball contest on 2. Which was 3 to 8 errors. Goes in 5. Josh Allen goes in 6. Goes for Tom as well as in 7. Shanahan, Glasgow in 8. Donald, Liverpool in 9. Josh in 6th. Turn first up to 50. She's hard to hang on here on the far side. The city of Liverpool's just got McDonough, who comes in a 1:05.09. Well inside her entry time, 1:05.96. And takes 1:05.37. Touch 1:05.43. Heat 6.
Take your mark.
There we go then with heat number 6 now. Lane 0 from Carnegie, Morgan Lister. 1 from City of Oxford, Mimi Morley Izzard. And 2 is Loughborough University's Emily Osborne. Harriet Watts from Street goes in 3. In 4, York City's Teal Ward. Lydia Butler represents City of Bristol in 5. 6 from Wolverhampton, Charlie Jones. In 7 from City of Sheffield, Izzy May Reeves. Sophie Shaw is from Mid-Sussex and goes in 8. And in 9, Holly Shepherd from Wolverhampton. I'll have to say at the start of this heat there did seem to be quite a few disparaging starts, and that has continued in the same vein throughout the rest of this heat as well. A lot more spread out than the previous ones have been, but the 2 twinned at the top are Emily Osborne in 2 and Harriet Watts in lane 3 as well. Joining them on the far side, Sophie Shaw in lane 8, should I say, as they come in more or less in that order. Osborne from Watts and then Shaw in 3rd position. The top 2 you can see separated by just 1/10 of a second in lanes 2 and 3, towing each other all the way to the wall. Confirmation of those results on the scoreboard now. Up next, Heat 7.
Take your mark.
Here we go with Heat 7. On their side, Ryan May Webb, Exeter. Ryan Mitchell, Derby in 1. Eve Page, Newcastle in 2. Steve Wilson, Norfolk in 3. Teammate Tatiana Kostevin in 4. Swan to Wilton Keynes in 5. Daisy Anderson, Arsenal in 6. 7 is Alan Sanford. Rosemary Damon, Warren in 8. Rebecca Sutton, City of Cardiff, Victor Lane. heat 9. Keep those tweets coming. Jonathan's going to have a quick look through them in a couple of seconds. Hashtag SummerChamps18. If you're watching at home on the live stream, good morning to you guys as well. Who are you watching out for? Where are you watching from? Most of the time, people watch these championships when they're meant to be at work, Jonathan. Bad people. But here, we have every right to be inside the building, and we're watching, as in lane 3, another heat swim in backstroke for Millfield. Doing well this morning, 104.64. Inside the entry time, 104.97. Next up, heat 7.
Lane 5, move into the side, please. Lane 5, move into the side. And lane 8, please. Take your mark.
We're stepping through a look through your tweets right now. Hashtag SummerChamps18. Karen saying we're cheering louder for Team Bath in Somerset. Well done the crowd in Sheffield this morning. I'd hate to concur with that. Kira says good luck Ellie. Siobhan Perkins watching you all the way. You can do this from Kira. And also tweeting in Josh says good luck to Finley, Eve, Tegan and Beckenham competing today here in Sheffield. We'll be reading out more of those as the morning goes on. Hashtag SummerChamps18. Keep them coming in. It's quite a busy timeline at the moment. We're doing our best to keep across all of those. As we're now at Heat 8, and we're touching on the two really that are sticking out from the peloton. Lane 4, Brody Judge from Ealing, and also on the far side, closest to the spectators in the green cap, Lane 9, Isabel Jones of Millfield. And they will be the front two. It looks like it'll be Brody Judge first. Indeed it is, 103.6. 0.33 ahead of Isabel Jones. In third though, leading home the rest of the pool, Emily Eiley of Borough of Waltham Forest. For the confirmed times and results. We're ready now for Heat 9.
Take your mark.
Newcastle's Anastasia in lane 0. One is Sophie Homer, City of Leeds, Sussex have Sophie Maguire in 2. Tegan Drew, Plymouth Leander goes in 3. Maine Woking is in 4. 5 is Charlotte Evans of Loughborough University. Hannah Burwell Woking is in 6. 7 Martha Dooley, Colchester. 8 Laura Stevens, Plymouth Leander. Athena Clayson.
Just an announcement for a coach or representative from the City of Milton Keynes to go to the timing suite as soon as possible, please. Coach or representative from the City of Milton Keynes. Thank you.
Into the final 15 metres then, and here in 4, Anna Main looking to post the quickest time of this heat. Going well in the outside in 8 is Stevens, who's doing well so far on day 1, and she's dipped in very nicely for the finish there. 102.79, real stretch on the finish from Stevens out there in 8, and she takes it 102.79. Evans and Maid in 2nd and 3rd. That is the results for Heat 9. We can move on to Heat 10.
Already on the penultimate heat of this event. And in lane 0 here from the City of Leicester, Daisy Platt. Lane 1 from East Kilbride, Jennifer King. 2 from Ellesmere College Titans, Pia Murray. Emily Grant from University of Stirling is in 3. 4 in City of Manchester Aquatics is Chloe Golding. Lauren Cox flies the flag for City of Coventry in 5. In 6 from Loughborough University, Molly Allen. Rachel Anderson of Millfield in 7. From Mount Kelly in 8 is Caitlin Bergen. And Oriana Munden completes the lineup in lane 9 from City of Bristol. Well, it's a very flat line right now, isn't it, with 25 metres to go. Just ever so slightly getting her nose in front down in lane 4. It's Chloe Golding of City of Manchester Aquatics. It was a good start from her. She held herself under the water for the longest on the dive into the pool. And she's managed to just go on from where she started ever since. So she'll get the first touch towards the wall. Second, it looks as though Lauren Cox will be on that mantle. Rachel Anderson in 3rd. As the rest of the pool come home in pretty quick succession. Golding takes it. She'll be gunning for gold, you would imagine, later on as well. And we'll get the confirmation of those behind her and the gaps in times as well. Looks like Cox 2nd, Anderson 3rd.
Delay as we wait for the scoreboard. Rank itself, Golding 102.62, Cox is 103.50 and 103.89 for Millfield's Rachel Anderson. Messages coming in on social media. Hashtag SummerChamps2018. Again, big thank you to everybody who's joined us up in the stands. Thank you to parents, mums and dads, grands, aunties, uncles, whoever it is that takes their kids swimming. Big thank you to you. We can now move on, it looks like, very shortly to heat number 11.
The finale then of the women's 100 metre backstroke heats has already arrived in lane 0 from Preston is Emily Peck. Mia Slevin of Devonshire is next to her in 1. And 2 from City of Birmingham, Kaylin Hubbard. 3 from Swim Gwynedd is Maddie Harris. And 4 from Ealing is Ekaterina Avramova. And 5 from City of Sheffield, Lily Bosley. And 6 Wycombe District's Kira Barber. Lucy Wilson from Guildford City in 7. Emma Bell from Loughborough in 8. And Jessica Shaw in 9 from Birmingham University. Look at the two down the middle right now. It looks as though the momentum is with Lily Bosley of City of Sheffield in 5. Lane 4, Ekaterina Avramova seems to have the better of the start. What about the finish? It will be Bosley who gets it for City of Sheffield by 100ths of a second. The closest I think we've had so far today. You can't get much closer than that unless you're on exact same time. So Bosley from Avramova and Alicia Wilson joins them in the top 3 in 3rd. Of course, all about the points, and all our swimmers have done all they can now in order to get in those 5 age category finals. So we are ready for the first time today to go over to the men, and shortly it will be the 200 metre butterfly and heat number 1.
Chris Wayne says good luck to Collins and Chester Street and Felix School from everyone back at home in Southwold. Thank you very much to Chris White. Keep those tweets coming. Hashtag SummerChamps18. Men's 200 butterfly heat 1. William Baines, Stockton, is in lane 0. Cameron Cranick, Cumbernauld in 1. Sam Cornish, Enfield, is in 2. Ben Shelton, so he leads in 3. Elijah Kendrick, he's had a busy old time already. Elijah Kendrick, he's in 2 finals yesterday. He's from Shivers in 4. Harvey Freeman, Northampton in 5. David O'Loughlin, Millfield, is in 6. Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez, City of Leeds, in 7. Adam Strickland, in lane 8. There you go. Kendrick having the lead. It's only a slender one so far. 102.97 at the turn. Elijah Kendrick's personal best is 2:19.47. That's the same as his entry time. So one of those looking to smash through that. Going well here in 2 is Sam Cornish. Sam's personal best is 2:20.37. In fact, his personal best is 2:20 flat. And going well in 5 is Freeman of Northampton as well. Gutierrez also trying to push on in lane 7. Special best 2:20.33, second at the moment. We're here in 5. Harvey Freeman bringing it in. Plenty of shouts from the side of the pool, from the stands as well. That's what the parents' job is. Getting to the wall in 5. Freeman takes it 2:15.45, so personal best for Harvey Freeman. Paniagua Gutierrez of Leeds, 2:16.70. Personal best there. And Ben Shelton, City of Leeds, 2:17.79. I just saw a flash of a camera. If you've got your flash on your phone or camera, please turn that off. Thank you very kindly. There's the results for Heat 1. And in a moment, we'll have Heat 2. There they are, there are the results. Freeman, Paniagua Gutierrez, Shelton. We can now move on to Heat 2.
We'll go with heat number 2 now. We have that full pull for this. Lane 0 from Harrogate is Nathan Bunkle. 1 from Swansea, Antonio Rodriguez. 2 from Warrington, Tyler Melbourne Smith. James McGregor of Perth City is in 3. And 4 from Stockport Metro is Joel Bennett. Oscar Priestman of Winchester in lane 5. Conor Walker from City of Peterborough in 6. 7 from Wickham District, Joshua Weston. In 8 from Southport is Henry Moore, and Matthew Hargreaves from City of Birmingham is in lane number 9. So we come then towards the halfway point, no one dropping away at the back, which is good to see. It means we're going to have a competitive final 100 metres, and especially And you twin that with the fact that we've got two pretty much level at the front. The leader of them, though, Joel Bennett of Stockport Metro, and he seemed to get a favourable turn-off as well at the scoreboard end as he surpassed the 100-metre mark. Lane 7, Joshua Weston of Wickham District was his nearest rival and still is, but that might not be the case when they end this 50-metre length. Look at the way that Conor Walker's attacking this in lane 6 from City of Peterborough, and maybe there's a little bit of movement happening as well on the far side in lane 9 from Matthew Hargreaves, which will reel back in the Wickham District athlete in lane 7. We'll find out how that transpires. Quite a few of these swimmers in the 13-14 year age group. The only exception is Joel Bennett in lane 4 from Stockport Metro. He's in the 15-year bracket, so it will be of great incentive for him to make sure that none of those younger than him pip him to the top in this heat. Head down, keep ploughing your way through the water, and just charge towards that scoreboard end. Good pace on the turn in lane 5 from Oscar Priestman. That might be enough for him to get second in lane 1. Antonio Rodriguez as well has turned around like a flash and got up towards the top 4. No higher though. Joel Bennett leading home the pool on 2:15.02. Then Oscar Priestman of Winchester in second, and Joshua Weston of Wickham District does well to fight off those that were trying to pip his spot to third as he completes the top trio. A few moments then for the swimmers to take in their scores on the scoreboard before the confirmation there on your screen. Up next is heat 3.
Jimmy Knowles, no Centurion in lane 0, Jack Knight, to Newport in 1, Fraser Kelly, North Hampshire in 2, Ollie Nevitt, Wilkins in lane 3, 4 is Connor Smart, Swansea, Preston Rose, and Luca Capagioli going in 5, Kieran Dale, Fight Swim in 6, Lisa Woolley, so is Birmingham in 7, Marcus Tambling from Southampton in 8, Isaac Dodds, Tigers jersey, goes in lane number 9, halfway through. Fraser Kelly, North Ayrshire, 102.42, joint with Kieran Dale of Thanet Swim. They were pretty close heading into the wall. They were exactly level as they touched it, and they're pretty close, Jonathan, here as they head back down the other end as well.
Yeah, still looking like a really good battle up towards the front. I'd say about 7 or 8 other lanes involved in this front 3 bout. So for the final 50 metres then, Kieran Dale, the one in the ascendancy in lane 6. Also trying to get up there towards the driving seat, Marcus Tamblin in lane 8. Fraser Kelly flooding around the front as well. And emerging in lane 5, has he run out of time here? Luca Cabezzoli of Kingston, he was 4th at that turn with 50 metres to go. He may have just got himself into 3rd right now. In lane 7, Asa Woolley of City of Birmingham is also knocking on the door. This is a really good finish from the middle pack, but the front 2 have distinguished themselves clear of everyone else, with Kieran Dale leading Marcus Tamblin in 2:11.97 the time as well from Dale in the 2:12. Quite a few significant improvements from the entry times there. Second Tambling, 3rd Capets Woolley of Kingston, and we are ready now for heat number 4. 0 from Market Harborough, James Newman. Samuel Tucker of Wickham Districts is in lane number 1. 2 from Team Bath, Alexander Sharman. James Hart from Plymouth Leander in 3. With 4, City of Birmingham's James Goodwin. Ryan McCoy of Hackney is in 5. And the rest of the pool made up of his 15-year rivals. Adam Jones of City of Manchester Aquatics in 6. Marcus Scullion of Portsmouth North Sea in 7. Akal Rahal of City of Leeds in 8. And Patrick Marnie of Northampton in lane 9. Well, this is a good first half from Akal Rahal in lane 8 with the yellow cap for City of Leeds, just to his left-hand side as well. I think almost using this pace as a marker right now is Marcus Scullion as Portsmouth North Sea, and they are the first 2 to turn after 100 metres. Then you have the usual suspects down the centre. James Hart, lane 3. Ryan McCoy in 4. James Goodwin as well is up towards the top, but perhaps not as far forward as he would like to have been at this stage, and that's really no fault of his own. It's those 2 in 7 and 8 that are causing the problems, and they are still the leading pair as we get towards the 150 metre point as well. And again, no one in the middle dropping off the pace really. Another even battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th fastest times, but there are quite a few swimmers who are in the same sort of category as one another, and Rahal and Scullion in 8 and 7 respectively certainly are in that bracket. Lane 3 though, James Hart is beginning to come to the scene now for Plymouth Leander, and this has been a good backstroke from him, and he looks as if he is roped in at the other side of the pool. Marcus Scullion in his sights as well. Maybe not enough room in the pool to stop Akal Rahal, who seems like a very determined figure and gets the best time as well. 2:10.1, that's a good all-round swim from him, leading from the start and dismissing his competition around him as well. Scullion, one of them, dropping down to 3rd. James Hart in 2nd. And we will get the confirmation of those times very shortly on the screen for you. Good handshake between some of those up towards the front, particularly Scullion and Rahal, who were at it all the way through. Hart getting his way in between the 2 of them, and we're now ready for Heat 5.
Jackson O'Rourke for Northampton in lane 0. 1 is Alexander Everson, Houston Hull. 2, Thomas Sanson, Wickham District. 3, Thomas Beamer, City of Leicester. Staines, Abroscope. In lane 4, Jackson Robson, York City goes in 5. Toby Stewart goes in 6 for Guildford. St Felix School have Collins at Sunnybrook. Mark Ford, City of Glasgow in 8. Jack Darkside, Northampton goes in lane 7. Collins, Saniboko was mentioned in one of those tweets a little bit earlier on. You can keep yours coming into us. Sarah Allen says, swim fast. Alicia Stevenson from City of Birmingham. And Gary says, great swim from Jess Shaw, City of Birmingham. A morning PB and into the final tonight. Well, that sounds like a happy coach. Thank you very much to Gary for that. Hashtag Summer Champs 18, keep them coming.
Absolutely, there's certainly a lot of things to tweet about, not just what's happened already this morning, but also what's coming up for the rest of the morning session as well. Of course, some of our early finalists already booking their spot into one of tonight's finals. So your well wishes, your good luck messages, your well done, keep them coming on that hashtag that Al mentioned there, Summer Champs 18. And he'll keep scrolling away and reading out the best of them as the day progresses. Well, the best of the swimmers right now in the pool, quite clearly Ross Phillip of Staines in lane 4. At second right now in 8, Mark Ford of City of Glasgow. Again, you have the menacing pack behind them. But I don't know if there's going to be enough room left to push up towards the front. There won't be either. So Ross Phillip has managed to get there. And the time is 2:10.25, which is a couple of seconds better than his entry as well. Good swim from him. Mark Ford second in the City of Glasgow. And in third, Thomas Sansom of Wickham District. 2:11.54 the time there. That was heat 5. Up next is heat number 6.
Zero, Fraser Wilson, Midlothian. 1 is Theodore Thompson, Alex Dolphins, Nathan Woodrow, Team Norwich in 2, Hugh Williams, Millfield in 3, Herbie Kinder, Team of Peterborough in 4, Liam Burrell, Team Leeds in 5, Michael Klimaszewski, Hatfield in 6, Lewis Binning, Basildon in 7, William Ellington, Millfield in 8, Cole Hewitt, Lewis Centurion goes in lane number 9. Two more swimmers here, Jonathan from Milford. Is there anybody from Milford that hasn't swum this morning? Already? They're on it this morning.
Yeah, certainly are. We've seen a lot of green caps so far in the pool. And a lot of good swims from people wearing them as well. There's no pressure on Hugh Williams and William Ellington here to follow suit. First real time, certainly the last few heats that we've seen the favourites for this, if you like, the fastest seeds actually come in this and really take it by the scruff of the neck, and the 4 fastest ones are the ones leading the way on the term with 50 metres to go. This one looks like it's going to form. Let's go into the stats we've got on paper. Herbie Kinder in lane 4 for the City of Peterborough, leading there on that turn. Liam Burrell second, just to his left-hand side, then to his right, Hugh Williams of Millfield as well. Hugh Williams, of course, to his left as he comes up in lane 3. There's almost a diagonal line beginning to form across that half of the pool. Hugh Williams leading the way. Late burst from Herbie Kinder, perhaps it, but too little too late in that respect. Only 900ths of a second, though, the separation. Williams first, Kinder in second. Liam Burrell has managed to secure third place, but it's a good swim from the front 4 there. We stuck together like glue throughout, and no wonder there's quite a few exhausted looks on the swimmers' faces as they grimace looking towards the scoreboard. Confirmation of those results on there now as well for them to look at as we get ready for heat 7. And we are on the road with heat number 7 now, of 11 in total in this event. Lane 0 from City of Salford, Ewan Wilson. Harry Whiteman of City of Peterborough in 1, 2 from City of Sheffield, Samuel Sally. 3 from Cumbernauld is Craig Greenock. City of Sheffield's Ruben Vista is in 4. John Weston of City of Leicester in 5. 12 is Owen Richards in 6. 7th from Mount Kelly, Ben Harrison. Robbie Jones of Tigers jersey in 8. And Gianno Napolitano of Belshill is in 9. Well, already we've got a couple of swimmers on the far side trying to throw a bit of a curveball into affairs. Robbie Jones in 8 and Gianno Napolitano as well in 9. It's the latter leading. And Jones, in fact, is in 3rd because Craig Greenock was one of those 3 dipping there under a minute at the halfway stage. Well, there's only a few races to go that we had a swimmer in lane 8 in a yellow cap, absolutely darting up towards the front. Of course, that was back in heat 4 with Akol Rahal. Robbie Jones, well, Tiger's jersey is following suit. Vizda now is the man nearest to him in second, also in lane 1. The first time I mentioned Harry Whiteman of City of Peterborough, but it's a good time to be mentioned for the first time, particularly when it's a spot jostling towards the front. 25 metres to go here, and he's one of 3 in contention to maybe break down the party down at the front. Lane 6 as well, Owen Richards of Torfaen, and in 5, Joel Weston just slightly behind. Maybe not quick enough on the pace towards the finish. Ruben Vizda, though, timed this to perfection. Just about getting in front of Robbie Jones. Ousted towards the end there, but he was very unfortunate. It was a strong swim from him on the outside in lane 8. Harry Whiteman does indeed get 3rd spot for Peterborough. So a bit of a symmetrical look there. Ruben Vizda down the middle getting 1st. And then the inside but 1 lane. Well, that's try the pool getting 2nd and 3rd. Jones and Whiteman as we get ready for heat 8.
We take the R into then, and 0 is James McDonald, Warren Bard, Mr. Moon. James Smith there in 1, Adam Wilson, Newcastle in 2, Adam Brown, Happy University in 3, William McIntyre, Happy University in 4, Tom Downs, Exeter City in 5, Jack 2, of Sheffield in 6, Reece Edwards, Swansea Aquatics in 7, George Barber in Hamilton School in 8, Joe Walsh, Warren Bathtub, who's in lane number 9. This entry time in this heat, of course, in lane 4, William McIntyre and Loughborough. There was a 2:06.27. It's his entry time at least. And 5 Tom Downs leads the way. Personal best of 2:02.62. Inside the entry time. What was done here in Sheffield last year. Is Downs in 5 for Exeter, leading the way. He's got a good lead as well here in the rest of this field. 5 of them pretty much in a line, but not close enough at all when it comes to the winner of this heat. Heat 8 is won in 2:04.10 by Tom Downs. Second is Walsh on the far side. 2:06.25 on the near side. Christy Moon. Confirmed results are up on the big screen. We can move on to heat 9.
Your marks.
We go with heat number 9. Lane 0 from Wrexham College is William Slawson. In 1, Hatfield's James Woodward. Jacob Goodman of Millfield in 2. Alan Brown from City of Glasgow in 3. Thomas Bealey from Aberdeen is in lane 4. Matthew Donville of Warrington goes in 5. Felix Gifford of University of Stirling in 6. A double dose of Loughborough students. Joseph Porter in 7, Kevin Warbank in 9, and in between them, the Stockport Metro's Harry Lewis Mitchell in lane number 8. Stonville of Warrington in lane 5. And also Kevin Wallbank in lane 9 as well, grabbing this one by the scruff of the neck in the early stages. Halfway point we have reached now. Here on Twitter says good luck, Nad. And Nadia Sterling coming up later. This a tweet from Borough of Waltham Forest. Over to Emily and Isabel in the 100 back. Great first swims and looking forward to Emily in the final tonight. Next tweet from Gary saying great swim from Jess Shaw as well, University of Birmingham, the morning PB and a final tonight as well. Exactly what we want to see. Keep those tweets coming in. Hashtag Summer Champs 18. You've certainly been keeping us busy so far, and may that continue. All right then, just getting back towards the pool now, and it's down the spine of it we look. Thomas Bealey in 4, Matthew Donville in 5, battling away here, both in the senior category, both aiming and with a realistic possibility of getting into tonight's senior final as well. But who will get the better time out of the two? Thomas Bealey of Aberdeen will do that. Just over 2 minutes, 2:0.25. It beats his entry. Matthew Donville likewise doing just the same, but only getting second in comparison. Ryan Brown in 3rd. And they are ready for heat 10. Ultimate heat this of the men's event in the 200 metre butterfly. Lane 0 from City of Cardiff, Benjamin Chuyin. Edward Mildred of Northampton in 1. Ben Hooper from Hillingdon in 2. Lane 3, Ellesmere College Titans, Charlie Hutchinson. Down the middle, City of Manchester Aquatic swimmers Thomas Payne and Sam Horrocks respectively. In lane number 6, Plymouth Leanders, Freddie Clampett. Matthew George is from City of Salford and goes in 7. Also from the Northwest in lane 8 is Stockport Metro's Thomas Howdle, and Mark Elric of City of Glasgow completes our lineup for heat number 10 as he goes in lane number 9. So halfway point, and it's Ben Hooper of Hillingdon turning first. Edward Mildred, impressive performer is Edward Mildred yesterday in the 400s. He's really keeping up the pace right now with Ben Judge, should I say, in lane 3. Ben Hooper in lane 2, and then in lanes 4 and 6, Thomas Payne, Freddie Clampett going up towards the front there as well. But Edward Mildred is one tough cookie, and he gets his eyes on the prize. His eyes completely fixed to it, and make sure he gets it as well. 25 minutes to go. He's in good contention here. Whether or not he's the youngest in the pool, and there's some very experienced seniors in there also. Mildred, alongside Thomas Payne, who's emerging late on, will be your front two. In what order will that be? Well, Mildred's gone and done it, hasn't he? 2:02.04. Another very mature swim from the Northampton man. Second spot, Thomas Payne of City of Manchester Aquatics, and Ben Hooper of Hillingdon always stayed in the top 3, and that's where he'll finish as well in 3rd. Confirmation of those results are there. We've got our final heat now, heat 11.
James Bax, the Wickham District in 1. Max James from Thankswin Club goes 2. Jackson, Rosemary College Titans is in 3. Joe Litchfield in 4. Marty Goodwin goes in 5. Sam Daly He's in 6, 10 points, Leatherhead. He's in lane 7. Reese, the one coming in. Loughborough University is in 8. Dominic Aldridge. Exeter City. Complete your lineup in the rather luminous cap on the far side in 9. That's the much darker cap here in lane 3. Jacob Jackson. Mere College Titans. He led in a time of 57.30 at the turn. Second was Goodburn in 57.65. Third in 58.31 was Joe Litchfield. And after that was James Baxter and Max Jameson. So it was all on this near side pretty much. It's already spreading out a little more into the final 50 then. It's Goodburn from Jackson, from Litchfield, the front 3. Inside each other, so they'll be able to just have dances across or whatever everybody else is doing, but very much about times here in these morning heats. And Litchfield looking good. To the wall then, and it is Litchfield 201.60, Goodburn 201.63, just 3/100ths of a second separating them. Jacob Jackson, Rosemere College Titans, comes in 3rd. So those are the official results for Heat 11 on the big screen. The swimmers will make their way out. Jonathan's going to take another look in a couple of seconds at the hashtag for this event, Summer Champs 18. If you're up in the stands here at Ponds Forge this morning on day number 2, firstly we can see you wafting yourselves with your programmes and your little fans, and some people just using their hands. There's a lady in the front row in a red dress massively wafting herself with a fan. It's hot there, isn't it? Yeah, you. Yes, you. Anyway. Keep yourself cool. Get yourself a drink of water whenever you possibly can. And we will move to our next event in just a few moments' time, which is the women's multi-classification 100 metres backstroke. I've just got the one heat of this, and again, a bit like yesterday, got some real stars of the para-swimming world getting ready for a chance to test themselves in the build-up and preparation heading towards those European Championships in Ireland in the middle of August. So don't forget, keep those tweets coming. Hashtag Summer Champs 18. This is Heat 1.
Take your mark.
And away we go. This is the only heat of the women's multi-class 100 metre backstroke. Once again, multi-class swimming, where we have a range of classifications ranging from S1 to S14. In this race, it's from S6 to S14. And of course, each of these swimmers in their different classifications are swimming against their classification's own world record. And of course, the closer they get, the better their point score will be at the end of it. There's Grace Harvey in lane 0, Brooke Whiston in 1, Abby Kane in 2, Sophie Pesco in 3, Hannah Russell in 4, Alice Ty in 5, Jessica Jane Applegate in 6, Tony Shaw in 7, and Megan Richter in lane number 8. So you have to see on the screen, just next to the club, what the classification is if you're in venue here at Ponds Forge. So those in the high classifications, you usually have the quicker world record to swim against, so it's the incentive on them to touch in first. 819, the best points tally so far though from Hannah Russell in lane 4 from City of Manchester Aquatics, but 913 from Alice Ty. That's a really impressive swim from her. And she is the world record holder at S8 level. Bit outside that there, but still enough for now to get the most points. Grace Harvey, the last to touch in, 722. Won't be enough to challenge the top 3, which will read Ty from Russell from Pascoe. Always a good signal with multi-class swimming that if you're knocking around the 1,000 mark, then you are certainly ringing alarm bells for those who hold world records already. Anything above 750 is very good going. And we have a confirmation of the results there on the scoreboard. So very shortly we'll have the men taking part in the 100 backstroke as well. We've got a good interval here to look at your tweets. Hashtag SummerChamps18. And Neil has tweeted in saying day 2 for the Davis family. Poppy says do it for the Dashuns, Go Lily. And Jacob Davis from Atlantis both swimming this morning. Another picture there of Neil's dog. And I think I'm in love with Neil's dog. Although I have to say, day by day he seems to be being stretched further and further away from the laptop, but it's great that yourself and your dog Neil are watching the live stream. Henrietta says good luck Molly Monk and Ruby Douglas. All the otters are watching from Dereham. Great to have you on board, Henrietta and co. And Lucky Drum says good luck Molly and Ruby swimming from Norfolk. Swim hard, swim fast. Laura also saying let's go Jude. And Ryan from Hackney and Lena from Anaconda. Smash it. I'm sure they will take that on board. The men's multi-class 100 metre backstroke is our next stop, and this is Heat 1. Jacob Leach in 2, George Calmo Johns in lane 3, 4 Stephen Clegg, 5 Rhys Davies, 6 Matthew Redfern, James Edwards in 7, Cameron Virco in lane 8. And you'll hear myself and Alan banging the drum a lot this week about the European Paris Swimming Championships coming up in Dublin in August. A couple of the swimmers in the next heat in particular are eyeing up that competition. Squad already announced, of course, 24 of our best male and female para swimmers at the moment. We'll be going there to Ireland, and of course we wish them the best of luck, and some decent form from some of our swimmers going into that as well. 845 here, the best points so far from Rhys Davies, and that will stay that way as well. All the swimmers have touched in now. 831 for Stephen Clegg, obviously the Sunderland S12 swimmer, and George Kelman Johns on 725 multi-class points, comfortably holds third. So there are the results for Heat 1. And we're ready very shortly for Heat number 2. Really important few weeks for our para swimmers, of course. Stephen Jameson talking last night to Tom Hamer. The importance, of course, of these next few weeks before the European Championships coming up in Dublin. Of course, it's our job, ladies and gents, here at Ponds Forge to give them the best possible send-off. A few of them coming up now in Heat number 2.
Is your mark.
So a lot of these swimmers in the S14 category. So of course they're going for the same sort of world record time. That's more, it's a direct competition between them all. And spanning from lane 0 to 4 are our S14 swimmers of Liam Spence, Dylan Broom, Joseph Sees, Tyler Yanu and John Catchpole respectively. Then S10 swimmer James Hollis goes in 5. A double dose of S9 in 6 and 7, Ollie Hind and Lewis White. Jack Milne is the last of the S14 swimmers in 8. Jonathan Fox, S8 swimmer, is in lane 9. Jonathan Fox is certainly holding the S7 world record, but change of classification for him as he's now in S8. John Catchpole, City of Norwich, one of the new faces on the block in terms of British para swimming. A good international campaign as well. 102.95 the time, 834 the multi-class points. Most importantly, now we're looking at the S9 swimmers. Have they managed to challenge that? The answer is no, and Jonathan Fox will be the last to touch in. And likewise, he is unable to get close to the impressive total set by the City of Norwich man down the middle in lane 4. John Catchpole, the best of the S14s and the best overall of our para swimmers in that heat. 834 points. Ollie Hind second on 763. Talit Yanu of Wicked District 751, marginally ahead of Lewis White in that heat. So I look forward to seeing more world class swimming in the morning, and also of course for the finals as well. Says good luck to Walter. No chance of me getting my assignment done whilst the Summer Champs is streaming. I like that, Sarah. I like that a lot. Make sure you keep those tweets coming in. I saw one person saying, Walter Hackett, that they were streaming it while on an aeroplane. Well, they're allowed to do that. Nevertheless, certainly a lot of support for him, and a lot of support for quite a lot of our swimmers as well. Make sure you keep that coming our way. I'm sure it does mean a lot to the swimmers on poolside when they hear the name read out, and positive messages coming with it as well. Hashtag Summer Champs 18 coming up very shortly. We have our women's 200 metre breaststroke heats, and heat number 1 is coming now. Underway. See, just the 3 swimmers in this heat. They are Sophie Main of Mount Kelly in 3, Erin O'Meara of Watford in 4, and Erin Henley of Swindon in lane number 5. Now, a bit of a gap between them already forming as they come towards the halfway point, but on paper, just 0.05 of a second between Erin O'Meara, the quickest out of the 3, and Sophie Main in lane 3 on the entry times. It's a whole different story when you get onto the national stage here at Ponds Forge, and of course, as is often the case early on our heats, we have our younger swimmers. For a lot of them, it's the first time they've been on the national stage. It's a good advice last night from Nick Granger not to be overawed by it all. As I correctly said yesterday, when the arenas get bigger, the stakes get higher, pressure does begin to mount. You have to just let your swimming do the talking, and we've seen a lot of youngsters come here to Sheffield so far on the first day and a bit of action and really show what they're capable of, do themselves justice. That's the important thing. And we've certainly enjoyed following their journeys early on in these championships. So 30 metres to go in this one. It's dwindled into a 2-horse race. Erin O'Meara in lane 4 will be aware, just ever so slightly coming into her peripheral vision now. Lane 3, Sophie Main of Mount Kelly. We've said there were 500ths of a second between them on the entry time, so maybe a little bit more than that coming in towards the wall, but still in favour of Erin O'Meara. And these times are going to be very similar to the entries, actually. 2:43.6, Sophie Main 2:44.66. And that is a PB, in fact, for Erin O'Meara. And exactly what we're talking about there, coming to the national stage and putting in your best possible shift and your best ever swim. O'Meara from Main, from Henley. Till next, heat number 2.
Two now. Keith Hodgson to the leads in 1. Olivia Molden, Stockport in 2. Cara O'Toole of Hillingdon is in 3. Jess Brookus of Carlisle in 4. Hermione Rowe. Steve Bradford is in 5. Jenny Galloway, Lauren de Barclo in 6. Georgia Heitner, Metro in 7, and Rebecca Keatley of Middlesbrough goes in lane number 8. A lot to choose between 6 of them at the moment as they come down to the halfway stage underneath the scoreboard end here at Ponds Forge. They jostle for positions as they come to the wall, but it will mean pretty much nothing as they're so close. 117.27, 117.61, 117.74, 117.82. Team Molden gets the best of the starts into the second 200 metres. Molden's personal best is 2:43.93. That's also her entry time to these British Summer Championships. Molden swimming that in Liverpool in May. We're starting to come through in lane number 3 is Cara O'Toole as well. Hillingdon swimmer with a 2:43.25 as a personal best, which is actually faster than her entry time into this one. She did that here in Sheffield in August of last year. And those two leading the way, but coming strongly here. Kiddiest Hodgson having a stormer of a last 50. 10 metres to go and the yellow cap of leads for Kiddiest Hodgson, whose personal best is 2:44.07. You can scrap that one. That's gone, 2:40.62. What a final 50 from Kiddiest Hodgson. Great finish to this heat. Beats O'Toole and Molden. The official results are up on the scoreboard. Heat 3.
Take your mark.
0 from Bournemouth College. He's Chris Pointer. Gracie Hudson from Maxwell in 1. In 2, Michaela Glenister from Leicester Sharks. Camelia Stoimanova of Borough of Newham goes in 3. Bridget Lamasuria of East Lothian in 4. Grace King of Team Ipswich in 5. Lucy Canavan of Aqua Bears in 6. Torfea Dees, Mayor McRae in 7. Alicia Stevenson from City of Birmingham in 8. And Natari, West London's Clara Van Opel, should I say, is in 9. She's the one leading the way, coming towards the halfway point. Also trying to replicate that on the outside lane on the near side. Grace Pointer, Bournemouth Collegiate in 0. There's a couple just inside of them as well, knocking on the door of the front spots. We have in lane 6 Lucy Canavan of Aqua Bears and Bridget Lamasuria in lane 4 from West Lothian. I always think with the breaststroke it must be quite difficult for these swimmers, because it's not exactly a stroke where you can dart away from your rivals. It's sort of a slower pace and more patience required, really. Of course, over 200 metres you don't really get that much time to drag yourself clear. But to find that in lane 9 is Clara Van Opel, Natari West London, and she'll be happy with this. A split there of 158.2. Next time coming into this was at 2:43.56. Incidentally, her PB as well there she got in March this year in Tollcross. But now beginning to emerge in lane 6 is Lucy Canavan of Aqua Bears, and she's looking pretty hungry as well, going towards the final finish. Pretty much level there at the front, but both of them on course here for PBs, and this is good. They're pushing each other all the way. I'm not quite sure how much they knew about one another, but either way they have managed to get their new best time. Lucy Canavan did it quite significantly by almost 3 seconds at 2:40.5 for Clara Van Opel, getting 2:42.23. Those two we knew would be the winners of that one. Grace Pointer in 3rd, a couple of seconds behind. We're ready now for heat 4.
Take your mark.
Very early stage, of course, but 0-1 looking. Well, they've got some good entrances into the pool there. Bethan Edwards and Nofio in 0, and they were copying of Hatfield in 1. And that's quickly being swallowed up by the rest of the pool. Who can say star? Charlotte Robinson of City Elite in 2. Isabel Callaghan, Stratford in 3. Holly Mae Dove of Nova Centurion in 4. 5, Amy Brown from Bournemouth. Beth Williams of Thanet Swim in 6. In 7 we have City of Manchester Aquatics' Olivia Clare. Charlotte White from West Suffolk in 8. And Merwin Jones of Nova Centurion in number 9. It was interesting to see as well the different rates of strokes that you see from the swimmers. Some real deep strokes from Holly Mae Dove in lane 4 from Nova Centurion, really just extending each and every one of them. A bit of a quicker rate about Charlotte Robinson, the City of Leeds, bobbing her head up and down in the water at a more frequent rate. There's lots of different styles to accommodate for the swimmers. Different physical characteristics. A bit more of an extension about Holly May Dove. She turns for the final 50 metres here, and at the moment just behind that of Laura Copping of Hatfield, but around half a second of separation there between the two. It looks like Laura Copping's really timing this well, because she sat pretty cosily alongside Charlotte Robinson throughout this one, but now she's decided, right, sorry Charlotte, I'm off. And I'm into first, and with 25 metres to go, it's Holly May Dove she's now got to contend with. Copping ahead in front of Holly May Dove. And the two are going to go towards the wall together. They're not in the same age category, of course, these two, so it doesn't really directly conflict one another, but still you want to finish top of your heats. It's always a good sign, and 2:41.16 is good reading for Laura Copping in lane one. She also has position one next to her name now as well. Holly May Dove, Nova Centurion second man. It's Olivia Clare, who's come up with a late sting to squirm away into third with a time just under 2:45, but two good swims from our top two there. We're ready now for heat 5.
Take your mark.
Lane 0 for Southport, Victoria Dawson. In 1 from Northampton, Kate Dunno. Bromley Eliza Bauer is in 2, Molly Monk. Durham in 3, Martha Bradley. Celia leads in 4, Charlotte Hughes. Stockport Metro in 5. Katie McKenzie, Celia Glasgow in 6. Lucia Grant at Plymouth in 7. Megan Daly, Wickham District in 8. And Martha Hurst, Stockport Metro in lane number 9. I'll get Jonathan to look at the tweets coming in once again here. Hashtag Summer Champs 18 is what you need. You sat up in the stands and you're waiting for your swimmer to come out. Maybe you've got a message of support for them. Or you can just tell us where in the country you're watching from. Remember, all of the sessions here at this year's British Summer Championships are available to watch through the live stream. So if you're not able to join us for any of the sessions, just switch on your computer or your phone and you can watch the live stream, and you don't have to miss a minute of the action. Good battle at the front here of heat number 5. Mackenzie and Who playing against each other in 6 and 5. It's allowing on this near side Dawson and Dunno to have their own separate tussle that Mackenzie and Who are probably not aware of at all. As they head towards the diving pit end for one last turn in this 200. There's Mackenzie, who has the slender lead in lane 6. Personal best of 2:40.29, and she's pushing on strongly. Ran that 2:40.29 in Torcross in June, so that's the sort of form she's in. Obviously, not always personal best swims in the heats. It's about doing the job, but it's looking good. So this is Mackenzie against the clock then. To the wall, 2:40.29 is what she wants, 2:39.07. So it's another personal best for Mackenzie. Hume in second, 2:41.12. And Molly Monk in third position, 2:43.21. Just waiting for the official results to come up onto the big screen before I say the official results are on the big screen. And now the official results are on the big screen. Heat 6.
Take your mark.
And on we go with heat number 6. And 0 from City of Milton Keynes, Ayana Lawson, Lily Davis of Atlantis in 1. 2 Molly Lee from West Norfolk. In 3, Wigan Best, Jennifer Green. 4 from Abingdon Vale, Natalia Druitt. Sophia Wilson of Millfield is in 5. In 6 is Royal Wolverhampton's Laura Hawkins. Ellie Sybil Perkins of City of Birmingham in 7. In 8 from Havington Waterlooville, Lucy Pears. 9, Northampton's Taylor O'Rourke. Becky on Twitter says, swim fast, Lily and Jacob Davis, Horsham, Atlantis. All supporting you at home from Becky and Emma as well. John Johnston saying good luck to Lucy Grattan and Bassett Law Swim Squad in the 50 fly. You've got this. We'll get reassurance there from Jan. As ever on that hashtag Summer Champs 18. In 5, Sophia Wilson of Millfield, who's the one who currently holds first. Is that a lead that's beginning to shrink, perhaps? Behind her, the level one, another Jennifer Green in lane 3, and Natalia Druitt in lane 4. Interestingly, them two in the same age category as well. That's a straight shootout between those two. Well, there's not much separating them. Much identical in the pool at the moment. As they both feel like they're just dragging themselves through syrup here to catch it with Sophia Wilson of Millfield. 2:47.3 is the time that she got. Next to her on the entry, the Millfield swimmer. She's done really well, hasn't she, to stave off that competition. 2:39.42, nice and easy, does it? I'm sure it looked easy, might not have felt it though, due to the pressure around her from Jennifer Green, who finished 2nd, and Natalia Druitt, who finished 3rd. But a very engaging race, that one. Quite sure if Wilson would hold on, but she did. And she's the only one there to break the 2:40 barrier. Confirmed results there from heat number 6. Up next is heat number 7.
Field's Abigail Hurst. Meters away in 0-1 is Natalie Cougans. And Grace Kidney. Metro in 2. Stockport Metro's Olivia Heron in 3. Abigail Miles, City of Sheffield in 4. Georgia Gussie, City of Bristol in 5. Erin Davies, City of Birmingham in 6. Stella Cookson, Team Bath in 7. Pixie Leo Vasicki, Thompson there in 8. And Rebecca Wynn. City of Cornwall. It's a good name for an athlete. Win. Just looking at some of the tweets a moment ago, Jonathan, on the hashtag Summer Champs 18, especially some of those at home.
Yes, from East Midlands. Speaking for the whole of the East Midlands here, so that they are enjoying the live stream right now. Some skillful swimming already this morning. Sarah says, go Erin from City of Birmingham. A couple of tweets from Katie. Go Sassy and Nathan from Harrogate in their first British Championships. And she also says as well, as the Hal Freeman stop chatting on the sofas and watch some swimming. There you go, as you've been told. Named and shamed. And Sarah says, let's go Walter, the whole club is behind you, because if we didn't know already, we'll be coming up a little bit later on. We're on the girls right now, and 200 metre breaststroke, and we're right in the thick of the heats. We've had 6.
Harry, how's the warm-up?
Including this one, we have 6 to go as well. Lane 3, Olivia Heron of Stockport Metro. Lane 3 in the 14-year category swimming here. So he's out of them. She's out the whole pool as well. She's leaving her fellow age group behind without an ounce of mercy. Lane 1, Natalie Coogans of University of Stirling is the nearest rival in order to get the quickest time from this heat. Likewise, lane 8, Pixie Lale Kasicki of Chelsea and Westminster is up there as well. Then you have that line of 4, lanes 4, 5, 6 and 7. They're doing the best, but they're not going to get up towards the front 3. From 1, Olivia Heron of Stockport Metro. Good swim from her. The time's getting better and better here. 2:38.24. Second for Natalie Coogans at University of Stirling. 2:39.93. And then a bit of a gap before we get the rest of the pool, led home by Pixie Lale Kasicki of Chelsea and Westminster. Up next is heat number 8.
Take your mark.
With heat number 8 then. These in West. 4 Perkin. The City in 2. Katie Rees in Cardiff. 3. Sophie Payne. 4. That's Katie Shanahan. Steve Dunmore is in 6. Isabella Facco. Beautiful in 7. Rebecca Twadacleb. Newcastle in 8. Emma Chittleborough, Aberdeen in 9. What's going on this near side? Willie West, the leader. And bowler into the wall on this near side, but immediately Katie Rees and Flora Perky get off to a good start for the back half of this 200 metres. Next entry time is 2:39.23. Best is 2:33.58 again here in December in Sheffield. She's storming on this near side. 25 more metres to go, but the team's going to be catching her here, Jonathan. That's not going to happen. It's all about sort of time and improvement you're always showing here. 2:33.58, she's not going to be far outside of that for a heat swim. So to the wall, 2:36.26 for West. Well in front of the rest coming in here. Perkin though, 2:40.45. Third was Raquel, 2:40.58. That was heat 8. Which means next up is heat 9.
Take your mark.
And 0 from RTW Monson is Jemima Berkeley. Helena Hatton from Royal Wolverhampton in 1. Maria Pilmer-Kostic of Maidenhead in 2. Lane 3 from Street, Kaylee Parker. Plymouth Anders Lana Brokoven is in 4. 5 from Heart of Midlothian is Ali Riley. Caris O'Reilly from City of Leicester in 6. Lucy Ross is from East Kilbride, goes in 7. And 8, Jessica Morgan. From Southport and Derwent side, Daniel Gilbert is in lane 9. Well, it's a bold start from Kaylee Parker in lane 3 from Street. Tempted to say Street's ahead of everyone else, but I think that's not only a tenuous pun, but at the halfway point, not really be saying that. And a length and a bit lead over the rest of the pack, just slightly to a left in particular, and the 2 down the spine of the pool. Lana Brokoven in 4 and Ellie Riley in lane 5. Those 2 are in the 15-year category as well. Straight shootout between them. You can throw Caris O'Reilly into the mix there also in lane 6. So that's an interesting battle. And almost level with them in lane 9 as well. Maybe a little bit ahead of them is Daniel Gilbert and Derwent side, who's conveniently being positioned down on that far side. And of course, the Derwent side contingent is stacked up at the back of the stand as ever. Turn for the final 50, well and truly on. It's already been begun for Kaylee Parker of Street in lane 3. She's doing really well here, especially when you bear in mind that the rest of the pool are pretty even behind her. She's really grabbed this by the scruff, I think, with some purpose. And it's going to pay dividends for her. 10 metres to go. The race surely hers now. We're looking at the rest of the pack to see who's making the burst forward. Out of the 15-year-olds I mentioned in 4, 5 and 6, it's actually Caris O'Reilly who's ahead of them now. She's got clear daylight between her and Brokoven and Riley, so she will get 2nd. Gilbert on the far side will get 3rd. But first, as we already knew, Kaylee Parker from Street, 2:35.39. Just really simple, didn't it, from Parker there? O'Reilly and Gilbert 2nd and 3rd respectively. We're ready now for heat 10.
Take your mark.
This is heat number 10 now of these women's 200 metres breaststroke heats. Elizabeth King, Birmingham goes in lane 0. Emily Wood, Bath University in 1. Georgina Evans, Garston is in 2. Amelia Monahan, Sylvia Peterborough in 3. Orla Adams of Aberdeen is in 4. Katie Robertson, South Ayrshire is in 5. 6, Amy Bell, City of Sheffield. Guildford's Rosanna Arnold is in 7. And Harold Evans of Ellesmere is in 8. And Elsa McDonald of Northampton on the far side in 9. Clear leader in the early stages here, Amy Bell. Cruising here in heat 10, entry time of 2:33.49. Personal best done in Indianapolis last year, 2:28.40. I know there's a raceway in Indianapolis, but Amy Bell's flying down it here in Sheffield. Second is Orla Adams.
36.9, 39.9, 39.7, 40.7.
If you stay that way, it would look like the rest of this, unless Adams has got something big in his closing stage. So bail from Adams from Monaghan. 18-year-old from the city of Sheffield. He's going to take this 10th heat with ease. It's all about the times again. That's not bad. 2:29.88. Not far outside of her personal best in a heat swim. Second was Adams. Third, Amelia Monaghan. The official results now being displayed. Heat 11.
Take your mark.
Caleb Anderlova, Bournemouth in 0 days in Manchester in 1. Yvonne Brown, East Kilbride 2. Charlotte Riggs, City of Birmingham in 3. Katie Matt of Stockport Metro in 4. Cara Hanlon, Edinburgh University in 5. Lily Booker, Millfield in 6. Grace Gilroy goes for Loughborough University in 7. Molly Newhouse in 8 for Oldham Aquatics, and then Kira Fletcher of Nova Centurion on the far side in 9. Closest to the spectators here, and the eagle-eyed coaches watching on. Some arms folded, some clutching on to a stopwatch. Some sat down in their camping chairs, just relaxing by the side of the pool, watching their swimmers. Matt's with the lead at 100, and well, she's going to lead at 150 as well, isn't she, here in lane 4. Matt has a 2:25.51 as a personal best. 20-year-old from Stockport. Did that here in Sheffield in April last year. And into the final 10 metres then. Here in 4, it's Matt's going to take it. Hanlon going to be in behind her by a few seconds, but Matt will take this in 2:27.02. Hanlon 2:32.07, and Kira Fletcher of Nova Centurion 2:33.67. Fourth was Yvonne Brown in that heat, 2:33.72. The official results are now being displayed. Heat 12.
Take your mark.
Keep those tweets coming in, hashtag SummerChamps18. Flash swim fast Jonah in the 100 back. And Bristol watching on the live stream. And a great tweet from Martin as well. I'll check that out on the hashtag. I don't think it's quite PG enough to read out here. Saf says, good luck to Team Ipswich. And also Karina Pentland saying, watching live stream from home, supporting Derwent's side. Good luck to Lewis Maxwell and the 100 back from your home supporters. Very good to hear. Keep those tweets coming in. Hashtag Summer Champs 18. Some golden ones coming in. Let's put it that way. So then here in Heat 12, lane 0 from RTW Monson, Anna Lehman. Lane 1 from Wigan Best, Hannah Sheehan. Rachel Taylor from Newcastle in 2. Annabelle Guy-Johnson of RTW Monson in 3. Georgia Coates from Bath in 4. It's Megan Morrison from Loughborough University in 5. In 6, Eve Robinson from Mount Kelly. Lane 7, City leaders Layla Black. Her teammate Rebecca Kleinswood alongside her in 8. Lane 9, Maya Hall from Ellesmere College Titans. Well, here come the arrow-like formation now. At the tip of it, Georgia Coates, but she may not be alone by the end of this length, depending on whether Megan Morrison can capitalise on the momentum she seems to be gathering here. And level in third seems to be lanes 3 and 6, almost like a mirror image. Annabelle Guy-Johnson in 3 and Eve Robinson in 6. But the turn for home well and truly on now. Georgia Coates, as far as she's concerned, she can't see anyone alongside her. She certainly can't see anyone in front of her. She just has to keep on applying that pressure. Doesn't want anyone sneaking up alongside her in the final 20 metres, but I think from where we are watching this, you know that that's not going to be the case. So Megan Morrison looks set for second. Behind her fellow senior swimmer, Georgia Coates, who touches in there 2:28.79. Second spot for Megan Morrison, 2:32.17. Bit of a buffer there actually between the two. More than I thought it would be. Annabelle Guy-Johnson in third on 2:32.94. Not too far behind there from second spot. So confirmation of those results shortly to be coming in for Heat 12. And as ever, we'll have a little bit of a pause while swimmers have a breather, leave the pool for our officials to tackle those tricky backstroke ledgers. Just a reminder once again, of course, we have the Glasgow European Championships coming up this summer, as I'm sure you'll know already, taking place between the 2nd and the 12th of August. Which is to be one of the biggest ones yet. 50 countries competing in 6 sports. 3,000 athletes will be trekking up north of the border, and you can get your tickets glasgow2018.com or visit the Glasgow team in the foyer here over the course of this week for some freebies as well.
And if you're a planner, well, people like to plan right ahead. The Len European Short Course Champs are heading to Tollcross as well. But that's in 2019 and December. Just to add, 4th of the 8th of December. But again, you can register for tickets now, euroswim2019.com. If you're a planner and you want to get up to Glasgow next December, then that is the competition you will want to look into.
We're ready for our next event now, the men's 100-metre backstroke, Heat 1. Underway. Of course, we had the 50-metre edition of this last night. To twice the length. So we see quite a few familiar names back in the pool. Some new ones as well this week. Lane 2 from Carmarthen, Dylan Morgan. Lane 3 from Woking, Hendrik van der Leest. Lane 4 is Enfield Squares, Joe Overton. Donatus Dragosius of Camden Swiss Cottage in 5. 6 from Newport is Ellis Stevenson, and Nathan Ung of Colchester is in 7. Taking a claim towards the front, 25 minutes to go. In lane 3, Hendrik van der Leest from Woking, 1:04.03 was his entry time coming into this. And he's going to run a length's lead of second placed Ellis Stevenson in lane 6. All these swimmers in the 14-year age group, so a direct competition between each and every one of them, and Hendrik van der Leest is the one who will get the last laugh, 1:01, should I say, 0.2. Second, Joe Overton of Enfield Square, a couple of seconds behind, and in third is Ellis Stevenson. And those times coming up in ascending order very shortly. Waiting confirmation of them results. 11 heats just to mark your card involved for the men's 100 metre backstroke. Also, just to make you aware of what's coming up for the rest of the morning as well, we will have the women's 50 metre butterfly coming up at the end of these heats. And as you can imagine, quite a few of those. And then we're sticking with the 50s for the men's 50 breaststroke as well. Also crossing into our MC events. Some tasty women's 800 metre freestyle action to end the morning. Quite a lot still to come. And doing pretty much on schedule so far. We're to around the halfway point of the morning session. Just with a slight delay in proceedings though. Couple of problems. Good time though to read out your tweets. You know the hashtag by now, SummerChamps18. Charlie says, good luck Ollie Fairman. Let's have another great race. These will be coming up very shortly because we're ready now for heat 2.
James Hart Plymouth in lane 0, Harry Nicholson, Chester Street 1, Cameron Travers, Aberdeen 2, Chester Leaving, Clinic School in 3, Jack Knight, Newport in 4, Matthew Hall, Millfield in 5, Hubert Ideniak, Plymouth in 6, Thomas Ogden in 7, Thomas Hinsley in 8 from Southwell, and Tarek Pietro Ubatali going in lane number 9. Atari West London, pretty new club. Head coach is one Michael Jameson. I had to ask him how to say it. We were calling him Nater yesterday, but it's Atari West London. Here in lane 5, it's Matthew Hall of Millfield, 1:01.29 from Travis. And the youngster from Bishop's Stortford, Thomas Ogden, comes home in 3rd position. 2 Plymouth swimmers coming in 4th and 5th. James Gibbon. This is heat number 3.
0 from first is Elliot Miller. That's Plymouth of City Local in the 1. And 2 for Sevenoaks, Louis Hayes. 3, City of Leeds' Akal Rahal. In 4 from Mount Kelly, Maxwell George. Jude Costley of Hackney in 5. Lane 6 from Fareham is Joseph Davies. Adam Young from Dundee is in 7. Daniel Murta from Hatfield is in 8. And Archie Evans of Corby goes in lane 9. Well, it's very much a straight line here. Throw a blanket over a vast majority of the swimmers. The 2 red caps are twinned together in 1 and 2. Alice Cleworth and Louis Hayes. And also trying to inch towards the front and actually doing this quite successfully. Maxwell George in lane 4 from Mount Kelly might just get this. Lane 9 as well, Archie Evans from Corby. Well, he's done it. 102.42. He wins that heat. Maxwell George second ultimately on 102.5. You see the margin there of 800ths of a second. It was only 400ths of a second between second and third as well. Adam Young in that 3rd position as we get ready now for heat number 4.
Your mark.
Here we go then, Toby Stewart, Guildford in lane 0, Samuel Greenbank, Cockermouth in 1, Jordan McPhail, Matari in 2, Walter Hackett, Dunstable in 3, Toby Hill, Prescott in 4, Charlie Varker, St Austell in 5, Isaac Dodds, Tigers Jersey in 6, Jonas Silksby at Bristol in 7, Daniel Day, Worcester in 8, Ryan Shaw in lane number 9. Lane 3 here, Walter Hackett described yesterday's 50-metre final as the best day in his life ever. Well, if he's got any idea of the support he's been getting on social media, he'll enjoy every single day. People like Sarah Cooper tweeting in, given up writing a paragraph 3 times, we're just going to watch the live stream instead. Good luck, come on the Blue Army, we're all watching. Dunstable have the unstable supporters group, I reckon. They're absolutely brilliant and sending us tweets all the way throughout. Here though, this is a good finish between quite a host of swimmers, but here in number 1, Greenbank is having none of it with the rest of them. He's going to come home first. 1 minute 75 is his winning time. McPhail 101.23, Hackett 102.060 should I say. So drag it down in 9th in the heat, but it's Greenbank, McPhail and Varker. Heat 5.
Your mark.
Just a couple of people on the far side there with the flashes on videoing. If you could turn that off, I'm afraid. During it.
There's a young lady in a white t-shirt on the middle row, top high row. Can you turn the flash on your device off, please? There's also a gentleman leaning against the barrier in a black t-shirt and brown shorts. You've got a light on your device. If you wouldn't mind turning that off, that would be exceptional. And to the young lady as well, thank you very much indeed. That is superb. The last thing we want is these youngsters to be put off by something as trivial as a light. But thank you very much for understanding. No issues with you filming and taking pictures if you've got the required permits, but do leave the flash off here. Muncie, Scott, Foster, Shanna, Bryan, Maxwell, Brooker, Maxwell, McBurney and Bolton as they come towards the finish. Here in 2 it will be William Costa that gets beaten just by Lewis Maxwell on the far side. 60.34 is the winning time of heat number 5. Results on the screen now. Heat 6.
Here in lane 0 from Stowmarket, Manfred Battle. 1 from Lincoln, Ethan Grace Richards. Rowan Greening from Cockermouth in 2. Zachariah Speakman from Novio Clwyd in 3. In 4 from Swansea Aquatics, Rhys Edwards. Ruben Vizda from City of Sheffield in 5. Louis Chiron of Hastings in 6. 7 from Stirling, Alexander Harris. Herbie Kinder from City of Peterborough in 8. And Jackson Olin of Camden Swiss Cottage in lane number 9. The black cap in lane 3 of Zachariah Speakman from Novio Clwyd was one of those up towards the front, and he still is now. Alexander Harris joining him in lane 7. A good spring in the step of Rhys Edwards in lane 4, it has to be said, as he bobs along towards the wall. I think it may have to be a position outside the 3 for him, though. The top one is Alexander Harris of Stirling, 59.9, the only one under a minute, in fact, there. Second Manfred Battle, bang on 60 seconds on the far side. And third, Zachariah Speakman of Novio Clwyd indeed manages to get in the top 3 as we now move on to heat 7.
Massey of Glasgow in lane 2, Cullen Guildford in 1, Ryan Robertson of Glasgow in 2, Alec White it's the City of Bree, Daniel Jenkins, City of Oxford in 4, for the interregional swim team is Keir Edgar in 5, Nicholas Skelton, City of Oxford in 6, Ray's Whaley and Quilla Leander in 7, Samuel Perks of Basildon in 8, and James McLean of Chalfont goes in lane number 9. Between John Burton and Burton goes, good luck to Ollie Fairman in your heat from your Welsh supporter. Jenkins was the leader, 28.57 at the turn, just about hanging on to it as well. 59.59 his entry time. And he's 58.36 this time around. 19-year-old from Oxford takes it from Samuel Perks. From Alec White. Only 4 of those guys outside the minute. They're getting quicker and quicker as we go on. 11 heats of this one. Just waiting for the official results of heat 7. There they are. So next is heat 8.
Lane 0 from Stockport Metro, Harvey Jones, Charlie Hutchison back in the pool for Ellesmere College Titans, this time in lane 1. 2 from City of Cambridge, Jonathan Adam, Alexander Armstrong, and Guildford City is in lane 3. Johan Evans from City of Cardiff in 4. In 5 from City of Glasgow, Mark Ford. Millfield's Tom Gambond is in 6. 7 and 8, 2 Olivers, Fairman and Taverner. And in lane 9, Adam Wilkes from City of Leicester. Lane 3 then, and Alexander Armstrong from Guildford City. It's a promising swim from him, likewise Oliver Fairman as well. Alexander Armstrong though getting there first, 58.28. Oliver Fairman, backed by his one Welsh supporter, has managed to get into second. And third, Johan Evans, himself from Wales, City of Cardiff swimmer, 58.54, is in third. Heat 9 is up next.
Your marks.
Roy Lee again, Henry Constantine of Hatfield Lane 0, Benjamin Stain, Kelly 1 miles Sturts in the lead. 2, Thomas Gilroy, going in 79 goes in 93, Liam White, Twinsy Cratterton 4, Ola Fitt, Mr. Sterling 5, Charlie Brown, 2 of Sheffield in 6, 2 of Salford, and Matthew George in 7, Ethan Wells of Loughborough University goes in 8, also from the same place as James Brown in 9. 25-metre mark of the go. It's pretty tight here between Gilroy and Oliver Fitt. Fitt might just have the edge as they come to the backstroke flags. They'll be seeing those as they go under them, and to the wall it is Oliver Fitt, just in front of White, just in front of Gilroy. 56, 55, 56, 96, 57, 12. Official results now being displayed. We can move on to heat number 10.
Your marks.
Go with the penultimate heat. 0, Nathan McLean of Leatherhead. And 2 Loughborough University boys, James Oxborough, Daniel Hall in 1 and 2. Lane 3 from Ezekiel Bryce, Scott Gibson. Martin Moulton from University of Stirling in 4. James McFadden, also from Loughborough University in 5. In 6 is Harry Noble from Mount Kelly. Jamie Scholes from City of Peterborough in lane 7. In 8, Wycombe District's Sam Pippin. And Charlie Poole from City of Leicester is in 9. Down the middle, simultaneously charging towards the scoreboard, and down the middle, Martin Walton in 4, James McFadden in 5. You can't tell with the naked eye, so we'll look to the scoreboard instead, and Martin Walton has got there ahead of McFadden by 0.28 seconds in the end, 2.9 seconds should I say, not much separating them. And then James Oxborough manages to pip Scott Gibson in 2/3. Loughborough 2-3. Top 3 spearheaded by Martin Walton. Up next, it's the final heat, and that is heat number 11.
Your marks.
Here's it's 11. So what? Things go. 0. Tom Storm in Millfield in 1. Jack Davies Birmingham in 2. Jack Shillinglaw and Ellesmere College in 3. Daniel Cross, Loughborough University in 4. Alongside him from Loughborough University's Callum Barrett in 5. 6. Joseph Small of Ellesmere. Sutton Cheese Michael Rees is in 7. Alex Wilson and Kelly is in 8. Thomas Clare of Team Ipswich goes lane number 9 through the 25-metre red mark as they go. Clear leader in terms of a race is Daniel Cross, 27.18 at the turn. He's well in front of the rest, and looks like he's easing up a little. Comes to the wall, but stretches into the turn. 55.83 for Daniel Cross. Second is Joseph Small. Callum Barrett into third position. Don't forget we have age group finals for all of our events here.
Thank you for those dates, please.
Which means we have the luxury of seeing 5 different finals per discipline. And last night, Jonathan, they gave us some real excitement, particularly in some of the younger ones. But there were some great examples. Some of the older swimmers, Craig Benson and Nick Granger, springing to mind, who gave some really good interviews and some good inspiration and advice to some of the younger ones that are here. And it's good for some of the younger swimmers to be in an environment where there are some more senior swimmers around to take notes.
Absolutely, that's what's great about the British Championships. Of course, when you come to Nationals, you get a wide range of swimmers from loads of different experiences, and of course across the age spectrum as well. And yeah, as you say, last night, Alan Nick Granger giving some great advice. And I mentioned earlier, Commonwealth Games swimmer coming here this summer to Sheffield and saying to the younger swimmers not to be overruled by the occasion at all. And well, really, I think that they've taken heed to that. A lot of our young ones, a lot of personal bests that we've had, some substantial ones as well. And to do that on the big stage, on the live stream, of course, in front of maybe the biggest audience they've ever been in front of, is very impressive stuff indeed. And of course, very shortly we're going to have the 50-metre events, and that's usually where we do see those minor seconds come off of PB. So we're looking forward to that, that's for sure. And that all makes good reading for the finals coming up later tonight as well. We're about halfway through the morning session now. As we say, we've got the splash and dashers coming up with the 50-metre events. Quite a few of them to come. The women's fly and then the men's breast. A couple of multi-class swims as well. And then we have the 800-metre freestyle. And that is where our PB begins to tumble. For now, it's the women's 50-metre fly. This is Heat 1. And in we go straight away, 12 heats of these to come. This is the first of them. And the trio in the pool now, and 3 from Stockport Metro, Eliza Pinkstone, Anna O'Brien from Newcastle in 4, and Chesterfield's Amber Downham in lane 5. And it is the red cap of Amber Downham in lane 5, who's got a slither of a lead coming in towards the wall, it seemed, but I'm wrong, because Eliza Pinkstone's got there first by a tenth of a second. 29.14 is the winning time. Downham in second, and O'Brien 29.52 gets third. All 3 of those improvements on the entry. Confirmation of those results now as we go to Heat 2. Levels from the pool, ample side increase. We have a little bit of depth right now from lanes 1 to 8. Asma Parker, Lucy Grattan, Sassy Palfreman, Charlotte Robinson, Ellie Turner, Melody Jones, Nadia Sterling and Harriet Rogers are all battling it out here in lane 6. Good fish from Melody Jones, certainly on the right hymn sheet. Harriet Rogers in lane 8 as well is up there. And it is indeed Harriet Jones that gets the fastest time. Just a little bit of a glitch on the scoreboard, so we'll wait for confirmation of that. 29.46, certainly faster than Melody Jones's 29.49, but we'll get that confirmed. Asma Parker touching in next as well in third position. Heat 3. Laura Lacrasse in 0, Ruby Douglas in 1, Ella Hale in 2, Emmanuel Wright in 3, Gracie May in 4, Delphine Little 5, Olivia Cattery in 6, Yasmin Hermelin in 7. Caitlin Fry in 8. Amy Shelton in lane number 9. Lane 6 looking good. Olivia Cattery also on the near side as well. A couple of good swims, but not enough for first. First will come from Olivia Cattery of Newcastle on 29.1. 400ths of a second. Behind her is Gracie May. A clear separation there between first and second. And Amelia Wright of South Hunsel is in third. Next, E4. Lane 0, Kira Tomasello. Lane 1, Amy Brownbridge, Alexia Jackson in 2, Molly Quelch in 3, Lola Davison, lane 4. Lane 5, May Bradburn, Eve Lumen is in 6, Ariana Noel in 7, and Lane Murray in 8, and Bethan Endicott in lane 9. Couple of good swims to notify. Lane 0, Kira Tomasello, and also in lane 7, Ariana Noel. They'll be your first two in, and in that order as well. Tomasello from Noel. Tomasello's time 28.75, Noel 29.01. And in third, Molly Quelch of Leamington managed to propel herself into that spot, 29.37. Improvements there on the entry times, which is good to see. Confirmation on the scoreboards. Heat 5 up next.
Yes, in 8, and Dewhurst goes in lane number 9. So just about 10 metres to go here. I would say at the moment this is lane 3's Morgan's race to win, and she does 28.24. Feel good. Swimmer coming in ahead of Karlavska and ahead of Yes of Leicester. Waiting for the official results. There they are. We can move to heat number 6 now.
Then 0 is Lucy Ross in 1, Lauren Brantley, Williams in 2, Molly Roodhouse in 3, Lucy Thornton 4, Rosie Morgan in 5, Amy Wright 6, Amy Grant should I say in 6, it's Sarah Wright in 7, Caroline Lewitt in 8, and Emily Eiley in lane 9. Good swim in lane 5, this from Rosie Morgan of Aberdeen. She looks like the favourite for it. Lane 2 is good as well, Holly Williams, and Williams will win it on 28.42, 700ths of a second ahead of Rosie Morgan. Third spot going the way of Lauren Brantley of Camden Swiss Cottage. Her time 28.76. You can see them confirmed on the scoreboard in that order now. Up next is heat 7.
Torres, Emma Russell in 1, and yes, that's Silver Solis, Green in 3, and Rita Robertson in 4, Tori Sock in 5, Kate Mills in 6, Amy Philpott in 7, Hannah Denny in 8, and Georgina Boyle doesn't start in lane number 9. So all the lanes down the far side. Good start on the near side. Also in 6 going away is Kate Mills of Loughborough. Going to be close between 6 and 0, and De Torres is touched into second position here. Lucy Greaves' time is 29.02, the youngest in the field. So too is Slessor, comes in 9th position, 29.10. But it's 28.21, 28.47, 28.52. That was heat 7. This will be heat 8.
Lane 0 is Ella Cho in 1, Serena Iaguaram, Gulsum O'Neill is in 2, Molly Allen in 3, Gaia Alcaraz in 4, Isabel Jones in 5, Georgina Hayne in 6, Emily Crane 7, Anna Pedroja in 8, and Ashley Ransom is in lane 9. Good swim in lane 7 from Emily Crane, and I think she's lofted herself to the top of the table as well there. She has 28.14. Second for Molly Allen, and joint third Gaia Alcaraz and Isabel Jones. Down the heart of the pool, failed to be separated there, both on 28.76. Ro's going to get one or two of those over the 50 fly. We've got another one to come, heat 9.
Good start. Breakout just before 15, so all nice and tidy.
I think, in my opinion, the breakout was kind of rushed. Like, the first stroke.
Spindly. Brody Judge on the far side, with a decent start. On this near side in 1, Elizabeth Harris is really starting to push the rest of the field here, as she looks like she might just pick this into first position. It's going to get a lot closer at the wall, and it is Harris that hangs on. The other side was Spindly coming second, 28.22, but that time of Harris, 28.09. Elliott in third, 28.27. There's the official result for heat number 9. What comes next? Of course, it's heat 10.
Lane 0 is Jane Brown, and double dose of Kira's, 1 and 2, Schlossen and Standing. Lane 3, Kenna McInnes, 4, Laura Stevens, 5, Emily Haynes, 6, Pia Murray, 7, Alicia Wilson, Emma Harvey in 8, and in 9, it's Katie Latham. Lane 4 then, Laura Stevens, Plymouth Leander. Spoke to our man Stephen Jason on Pulse 5 last night with a very good interview and a very good swim in the pool there as well. She can talk, she can swim, 27.49. In second spot is Kenna McInnes of Heart of Midlothian, and in third, Emma Harvey of Millfield, 28 on the dot. Confirmation of those results there. Our penultimate heat follows, it's heat 11.
Following on from that, Kate Robertson, Julie Tania, Yasmin McRae, Emily Horn, Emily Barty, Eleanor Dooley, Ariel Melbourne Smith, Sharon Stott, and Georgina Talon. Coming towards the wall in 5, it's Bartley that gets there, 27.15. Big cheers coming around the pool. McRae, 27.42. That's her personal best, I think, for Jasmine McRae. The pool team happy anyway. This is E12.
Final heat then. He's certainly riding here in Ponds Forge. He always does anyway. Lane 0, Anna Fleming. 1, Sophie Freeman. 2, Eleanor Phillip. 3, Yasmin Perry. Harriet Jones in 4. Sophie Yendel in 5. 6, Jessica Calderbank. 7, Kate Clifton. 8, Tegan Drew. 9, now of course, is Betsy Wizard. And Sophie Yendel is expected to be pretty decent at this, holding the 14-year and then the 15-year age record as well. She's now in the 16-year category, faring second though on that occasion. Harriet Jones wins it, 26 at 9.8 for her. Yendel second, as we mentioned, and Yasmin Perry was the girl in third, 27.62 as that rounds off the heats for the women's 50 fly. We're sticking with the 50s. With the men's breaststroke coming up, you can see the athletes ready and waiting for heat number 1, and that is what comes next.
Good effort from Sophie Yendel in that. Very close to the age record for her in that one.
700ths of a second. Nearly a hat-trick of age group records there for Sophie Yendel, maybe later.
Coming up next then, the men's 50 metres breaststroke heats. Just waiting for everything to be sorted out at the starting end. Looks like we've got all of the required athletes at least. Keep those tweets coming. Hashtag Summer Champs 18. And don't forget, we've still got those 800s to come as well. So buckle yourself in for a roller coaster. Heat 1. So there we go then, breaststroke, 50 metres, men's event, heat 1, Elliot Woodburn, Ian Murphy, Tony Anderson, Matthew Debenham, Michael Edwards, Sean Gregory, Elijah Kendricks, back again, Nathan Holmes and Minette Totu. Still in the middle, in lane 4 for Edwards, Elijah Kendricks up there again, touching the wall in second position, 32.19, that young man is having a very good meet, and we're already in day 2. Results are there. Heat 2.
Lane 0 is JJ Wild, and 1, Toby Ranson. 2, Douglas Kelly. 3, James Dillon. 4, Ryan Griffiths. 5 is Nikolai Kuteriansky. In 6, Cameron Allison. And Ivan Davies is in 7. In 8, Brandon Hotham. And in 9, Chester Leeming. And they come, there's lane 5, Nikolai Kuteriansky, who has got it, 31.44. Second, Douglas Kelly, on 31.61, 100th of a second ahead of James Dillon. And Ireland Davies of Swansea just missing out there, leading on the rest of the pool. Top 3, all under 32 seconds. And we're ready for heat number 3.
Twas goes in lane 0, Sam van der Storm in lane 1, Alan Shazyuk in 2, Harvey Freeman, Luke Ilberson, Drew McGregor, Jacob Davis. No lane 7, Joshua Press, George Smith. That is the lineup as they come through the 10-metre marker. And here in 3, Freeman just about edging out the rest, though. He's finished, he's going to have to work hard. I think it was Joshua Press got the better of it in the end. 31.58, 31.63 for George Smith alongside him. Those two unchallenged and unseen on the far side. Freeman comes in 3rd. That's the results for 3. We can move on to 4.
Lane 0 is Max Hansen in 1, Matthew Hardick, Ethan Horn in 2, Jack Goodwin in 3. Oliver Bedworth is in 4, in 5, Cameron White, Samuel Morton's in 6, Alexander Cahoon is in 7, in 8, Toby Laguda, and James Wollaston is in lane 9. The 2 white caps, 3 and 5, they're the menacing ones towards the wall. Jack Goodwin and Cameron White. It's Goodwin from White in 1st and 2nd respectively, and Cahoon is in 3rd. See confirmation of those results once again. Seat number 5 next.
Greg Fairbairn goes in lane 0. Jason Ashley after that. Jamie Littlefield in Kettle. Miroslav Alexandrov in 4. Billy Watton in 5. Rory Dixon in 6. Adam Hardy in 7. Thomas Lemon in 8. And Lewis Bidding in 9. Towards the wall they come, and it's the man from Ayrshire, Dixon, in a time of 30.76. 16-year-old, much quicker than his entry time. Watton in 2nd, kept along for 3rd, 31.01. Jonathan.
Can we please have coach or representative from Mount Kelly, Newcastle, Camden Swiss Cottage and Aberdeen, please, to the timing suite as soon as possible, please. This is in regard to swim-offs coming up very shortly. So Mount Kelly, Newcastle, Camden Swiss Cottage and Aberdeen. If you're a coach or representative from one of those clubs, please make your way to the timing suite as soon as possible.
A potential swim-off. I can feel the excitement already. Heat 6.
Lane 0 is Finian Trehane. Lane 1, Toby Shizwade. In 2, Cameron Williams. 3, Austin Slade-Jeffrey. Finley Cousins in 4, Benjamin Fannin in 5, William Ellington in 6, Jacob Elliott in 7, Joshua Bristow 8, 9, James Brett. Lane 1, decent swim from Todi Shizwada coming in towards the wall. It's Cameron Williams in lane 2 that gets there before him, 30.27. Second spot, Austin Slade-Jeffrey. And third, William Ellington, 30.63 the time for him. And we're now ready for heat number 7.
Charlie Chopman in 1, Bradley Newman in 2, Keane Young in 3, Sander Apami in 4, Jack Williams in 5, Oliver Weston in 6, Toby Arnold in 7, James Quinn in 8, and Pietro Lombardo, who's in lane number 9 for Ealing here, racing away in the yellow cap here in lane number 6. Oliver Weston and Paul, he's got an army of supporters in the yellow and black up here in the same stand as ours, are going to come in. It is Weston, 29.93. Second position, Toby Arnold, 30.06, and Keenan Young of Preston, 30.18. The pool gang are celebrating as we move on to heat 8. Barnett, Ross Neely, Joel Thompson, John Keane, William Mitchell, Connor Bryan, James King, Casper Gusak, Samuel Neild, and Matthew Rogers. That completes the lineup. Jonathan is looking into a potential age record that we've had here this morning, so he's just double checking that with the statisticians. And up to the wall here comes Joel Thompson of Ellesmere, 29.58. Connor Bryan on his own in second, but sandwiched by a group of third place finishes. King and Mitchell both coming in 29.74. Go.
And we talk about youngsters coming here to Ponds Forge and really setting an impression, doing the best that they can possibly can. Cameron Williams, 2 British records now in as many days. A 50-metre breaststroke, 14-year record by 100th of a second. A big well done then for a second consecutive day to Cameron Williams of Dartmoor, a British record.
Stevenson in 4, Oliver Crosby in 5, Robert Cowley in 6, Joel O'Halloran in 7, Callum Richards in 8, and Carl Booth completes the lineup in 9 as they come to the 15 to go marker here in 4. Going well for Clifford Stevenson. Barking and Dagenham, the man in the blue cap. Here comes Oliver Crosby, City of Sheffield. It'll be about the finish, and Stevenson had the better touch, 28.40, 2/100ths of a second in front of Crosby. 0.4 of a second quicker than both Lewis and Summoner, who come in joint third. That was 9.
And very shortly we'll have 10, but just before that, can we please have a coach and representative from Mount Kelly, please, to the timing suite as soon as possible. Mount Kelly, coach and representative. Thank you.
And this is 10. There we go with 8-10 then. Morgan Newman, Joseph Murray, George Hopkins, Archie Goodburn, Zach Atison, Dave Murphy, Jack McComish, Toby Mackay champion, Kyle Boyack and Tommy Donovan. There is no lane 4 in this one. We just noticed that here in lane number 2. George Hopkins has had the better at the start from Crawley. He's not crawling at all, he's absolutely motoring. Just about to get caught on his right side maybe. Oh, Hopkins holds off. Goodburn comes in second and David Murphy comes in third. Goodburn's time is 28:24. We'll just double check that, but Archie Goodburn could be inside the age record as well. We'll just double check on that one. That was 8:11. Oh no, that was 8:10. This is 8:11. Max Hagan, Richard Eyre, Lewis Fraser, Gregory Butler, Lawrence Palmer, Craig Benson, David Trickett, Marcus Gardner, Adam Frost, and Aaron Metcalf. So performance from Craig Benson yesterday, of course. He's being pushed by Lawrence Palmer in the early stages of this one. In fact, Palmer is the man with just about the lead as they come towards the wall. Palmer, the oldest of the swimmers in this one, but he's the winner of it. No matter 27:34. Benson 27:44, just 1/10 of a second. That's all that separated the two of them. Marcus Gardner in third position, 28:30. So we're getting ready for our next event, the women's multi-class 50 metres butterfly. There's one heat. This is heat 1. There we go with our 50 metres fly event. These two swimmers both in the S6 classification, and Ellie Robertson in 4 here from Northampton. He's a top para swimmer if you've never seen her swim before. Gold in Rio in this event. And certainly is a lady that knows how to do this event, taking that gold at the Paralympics, coming up to the finish here, 35:83. Not far off world record pace at all, 971 points. Just a casual morning 971 point swim.
Thank you for visiting. Please put one side.
Summers Newton, just 16, going steadily alongside her as well. Those two making their way out. And just the one swimmer in our next event. But if you know your para swimming, you know all about Andrew Mullen. He's getting ready because this is the one heat of the men's multi-class 50 metre butterfly. Away he goes then, Andrew Mullen. Give him some support here on his own swimming Against the clock is a man that's taken multiple European Championship gold medals. He's got silvers at both Paralympic and World Championships as well. His biggest issue on the world stage is a Brazilian called Daniel Dias. But then again, Daniel Dias is an issue to everybody within this classification. He is an absolute class swimmer, but there's nothing Andrew Mullen doesn't try to close that gap. Mullen here coming into the final 5 meters of his swim. The world record stands at 33.98. Mullen coming in here, 38.76. Time official on the screen. That concludes those 50 metres. My understanding is there's a brief pause here before we get the 800 metres. There is the potential of a swim-off. Of course, we've got the 800s as well, so please do stick around. That would be tremendous. If you are making your way from the building, thank you very much for joining us here this morning. We will have some more racing to come, so those of you sticking around, thank you, but a big thank you to the ones making their way into the sunshine of Sheffield, which may be the first time I've ever said that in 8 years.